Hi everyone, episode 2 of Periodised Business. My name's Pete and I own Real Fit PT courses. So I asked the question, what do you guys need to know for the second episode? I've got loads and loads of content planned, but it's always handy asking you the question, seeing what it is you actually want to know. So the big consensus was understanding course structure, because I fully get it that when you're looking at courses, it can seem like a massive maze worth of information. And what I'm all about and what we're about at Real Fit PT courses is simplifying everything and making it understandable. So today I'm going to explain what courses actually are, how you know when they're just being padded out, and probably go into the details of why I think you need to think about what the actual substance of your personal training course is as opposed to fitness instructor work. Okay, so for every PT course, okay, unless you already have your level 2, you will be doing your level 2 and your level 3, commonly known as your diploma, okay? Think as your level 2 as the prerequisite you have to do before then doing your level 3, okay? So really easily, when you're doing any course, any PT course, no matter how shiny, flashy, rubbish, crappy they look, they will all, if they're going to qualify you, have to put you through this process, okay? Now, this does change awarding body to awarding body, but the good ones, this is normally the process where you've got your level 2 comes first, where you'll have theory sections and practical assessment sections. And this is the same for your level 3. You'll have theory sections and practical assessments, okay? Now, your level 2 is for fitness instruction. So classically, your level 2 will train people to be fitness instructors. And what this means is getting you competent to help people in a gym environment, instruct how to do exercise. Your level 3 is the personal training segment, and this is then individualized programs, okay? So really easy, that is your qualification process. You get your level 2, then you get your level 3. Really simple. I know it is made to sound like an absolute whirlwind of information, but ultimately it is that simple. The thing that makes it complicated is different people delivering it and their takes on it and how quick they try and do it. Now for us, this process takes 6 months because I believe you actually need to understand and absorb what you're actually learning. Okay, so your level 2, then your level 3. Now this is what every provider, literally every provider, has to get you qualified. If they're qualifying you as a personal trainer, you have to do this part, okay? Everyone will do this. They might call it something different, but essentially it's the same, okay? This then qualifies you as a personal trainer, but I will stress this point. Again, I take a bit of a more aggressive stance on sort of explaining the problems I see with PT qualifications and why we do it differently. But think of this as passing your driving test, okay? But you still need to learn how to drive properly after that. This gives you your certification, okay, which you need to be insured to then go and become a personal trainer. Now, what you'll then find, and what probably gets a little bit confusing, and the differences between price and what's actually in there, is the added value. So I see a lot of best deals, okay? Oh, this is the best deal for personal training courses. Now, let's break this down a little bit. Now, often when you get these personal training qualifications, it's become a thing that obviously the industry has grown massively, really, really quick, and people are trying to get noticed to take your money to become a personal trainer. But because there's such volume going through, they've got to try and think of something that's going to get you in, okay? Now, normally when you say, oh, come and get these great deals, it involves doing things like spinning, circuits, boxing, exercise to music, which is great, but this is level 2 stuff, okay? You don't need to be a personal trainer to do these qualifications, and they're normally add-ons for fitness instructors to teach classes, okay? So when you see, come and do my fitness course and you'll get 20,000 courses free, great, but just think about it this way, okay? You are training hopefully to be a personal trainer. If you wanted to train to do classes, you might as well just do your level 2 and then do these, okay? You don't need to be a personal trainer to do these kind of classes. And this is what we need to remember. There's so much, and I get it, it's very confusing trying to understand what you're looking at, but think about substance of the course. If you're trying to become a personal trainer, you need a course that's going to bolster how you can become a personal trainer, not how you can become a fitness instructor. Okay? There is absolutely nothing wrong with doing these classes, using them as a way to get in front of people, maybe earn a bit of extra money, but let's stop putting the emphasis on these classes as a personal training course add-on. Okay, they are there to make the course look all shiny and sexy, but they're not going to really bolster a personal training business. Okay, there could be the argument, yeah, but you'll get in front of loads of people. Yes, you will, but are you getting in front of the right type of people that then want to pay the often higher price to do personal training? That's a discussion for another time that I'll probably quite happily have. So remember this is not, in my humble opinion, going towards making you a better personal trainer. Now, the stuff that is going to then add on to your personal training business is obviously Periodised business course, which I've created because I view it that you're paying me to make you a great personal trainer, me and my team. So I'm going to put stuff in there that's going to work on making you a good personal trainer. I'm not interested in giving you these kind of classes because that's not what you've come to me for. You've come to me to be a personal trainer. So I'm going to give you business advice because that is what's seriously lacking in a massive proportion of personal trainers. Things like GP referral, if they're offered, yes, because that's a good add-on for personal training. It's a specialism. So any sort of specialisms to do with personal training, if you then want to go on to strength and conditioning coaching, for example, that sort of stuff is going to be of value if you want to go that way. And that's more relevant to being personal training, okay? But you need to remember when you're looking at courses, this clear difference, because ultimately we're all selling, we're all marketing, but this is one big thing I kind of look at with courses is, and I'm probably a little bit too militant on myself with this, but when we're promoting our courses, I look at it and say, right, I'm going to promote the courses and I'm going to promote what we do in the same way I'm going to teach you. So if you've got courses that are price competing and they're desperately trying to get, flashy stuff that means nothing, then that learning is going to be carried on to you. You can't then go to a course that's price competing heavily and adding a load of irrelevant stuff in and then say, well, teach me how to be a personal trainer. It doesn't have to price compete. Because unfortunately, we've got a massive industry now, but we've now got a massive selection of PTs that are just price competing because they don't know how to generate business. They can't quite get their head around how to put their career and how to get their business to a point where they can make the money they need to make. And it all flows through. If you've got course providers that are going down that route, cheap, just enough, they're going to produce PTs that are cheap and just the bare essentials. And this is where you've got to decide where you want to be. If you want to do a cheap course, do it quickly, you've got to be prepared that you're then going to need to spend more money after that to then get yourself into a position where you understand what you're doing. And then by that point, the damage is probably already done. Whereas what we're trying to do, and this isn't just a sales pitch for my courses, this is trying to make you understand no matter what you're looking at, because there are other good providers out there that do offer this stuff. You then need to look at it and say, right, well, if I go with that course, is that going to give me everything I need to start my career? Obviously, you've got to always do professional development, but you need to be thinking cheap is cheap, okay? And it's okay, we love a bargain, but if you're going to be paying that 20 times over trying to fix the problem, is it really worth doing? Okay? So, a little bit of a shorter one today, guys, and I would love to hear back if you did agree, if you didn't agree, if you think I'm an idiot or think I'm right, one way or another. It's good to hear your opinions, but this is courses in a nutshell, okay? You're always being trained to be a personal trainer, and the level of care and attention will vary depending on providers, depending on type of course, but it should always be at a good level, okay? Because you have to do this, whether it's enough or not, you have to do this. And then don't be sucked in by thinking, oh, that's great value. If you want to be a class teacher, great, go for it. But if you want to be a career personal trainer, you need a course that's going to actually do that for you and train you how to do that. Okay, enough waffle for me for the second one. I'd love to hear your feedback. If you've got any other stuff you'd like answering, let me know. And until then, have a great weekend and I will see you soon.